hello, and welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next July 2020. I am your reader, professional witch, professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions, Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but your dad just calls me Mal. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and commenting because it helps people see my stuff. Well, my work. Not so much my stuff. That's a different channel entirely, and I don't have an account there. So if you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much for following along and helping me do what I do. Cool. Let's get down to business, though. This is a general reading. Please do take what resonates, leave what doesn't. They're running around between 20 and 30 minutes so far, only the third reading in. Because they are What Do I Need reads. It's a 6-card draw. It's only 6 cards, 1 card from 6 different decks. My Pantheon's pointing out what it is that you need from this full moon in Capricorn, which is July 5th. I keep on saying June. It's July. I mean June. July 5th, because I'm doing this while we're still in June. Which is a lunar eclipse, by the way, June 5th. To a new moon on Monday, when the fires danced through the night, Monday, July 20th. So we're looking at, again, a 2-week phase, a waning moon phase from full to new. So we're going to look at what you need, usually to let go of, to be aware of, to release, but we'll see how all that goes down. So if you focus on your breath, you'll stay in the present moment. You'll be able to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs because I'm keeping them short. Yeah, it's a 6-card draw. And I'll do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I was born to give you in this moment. Breathe. Oh, my lovely air signs. I know I pick on the Geminis a lot, but that's just because my dad was a Gemini and I've dated him in like so many different bodies, so to speak, in terms of Gemini. Yeah, I pick on y'all. Indecisive mind changers you are, but I love you. That being said, I'm going to start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. Feels like my guides already. Let's ask the Pantheons what you need for this full moon to new moon next. Here we go. My angels, please. 1 card in clarity. What is the healing angel? What does this Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs need to heal, need to call upon? Which the healing angel they need to call upon this new moon to full moon to new moon next July 2020 to help them heal. Like an angel, and angels reaching down, wings open, arms open, hand outstretched. What is the angel they need to call on? The angel of abundance. Now, abundance, we usually jump right to the financial aspect of it, but remember, it just means extra, like extra. But when it's the angel of abundance, it'll be an angel of an abundance of truth and abundance, and that's why we're going to look at these other cards to see if there's something that connects with that. But certainly that's what you need. You'd be like, yeah, duh, I know I need abundance, particularly the money stuff, right? But let's see how else this plays out. Let's go, because to me the word abundance just means a lot, right? It's not a little, it's a lot. And maybe it's a whole lot, but it's not a little, right? So let's ask the goddesses if this is an internal thing. With the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the voices of the Divine Yin, as it's singular or in its infinite number of faces of the Divine Feminine, the goddesses as I call it. Let's see what you need. My goddesses, please. Yep, I know. 1 card, please. For the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do they need, my goddesses? This full moon in Capricorn to new moon next in Cancer, July 2020. Please, in terms of the yin, the internal, what do they need to be aware of, to embrace, to deal with, to heal, this waning moon. Well, you've got the Scorpio card. Now, I will say, in terms of abundance, that does speak of an abundance of a couple of different things. If they are connected, it may not be the same for everybody who's watching this. But we're looking at money, sex, and power, right? So there might be a power struggle that's going on here, that there's a lot of power or a lot of sexuality or a lot of money stuff going on. So if what you need is this abundance, the goddesses are saying, really, find the power within yourself. But Scorpio is a card of transformation. It's ruled by Pluto. So it might be more about your emotional world and emotional healing. Now, as an air sign, I know you might be shocked by that. But if particularly you are a Gemini moon, then you're not really known. I'm sorry, I love you all so much, but you're not known for your emotional depth. I mean, unless you've got major water planets, other places in your chart like Sun or Rising or Venus, I'm going to say that, that there's some emotional stuff, some emotional transformation that you need to do. And this is waning moon. It's the perfect time to cry your eyes out, to let things go emotionally, so that those energies... See, here's the thing about emotional healing that it took me decades to learn. I learned this through Matt Kahn. Jeez, how I didn't know this. I guess I knew it, but I didn't know it. No, like I knew it here. I didn't know it here. Emotional healing is not that you have an emotion that's uncomfortable and therefore you need to heal it so it goes away. I know, that's what I thought it was too. really, really long time. No, emotional healing is saying that the emotions are a sign that a healing is already taking place, and it's allowing its passage through your energy system, right? Even the energies and the emotions are in an ascension process, so that they're moving through you on their way back to source. It's like that, it's healing. That's why love, whatever arises, love that. Thank you, Matt Kahn. Brilliant book, highly recommend it. I mean, I've been studying this stuff the majority of my life. I read creative visualization when I was still in high school in the 80s. Good God almighty. So, Shakti Gawain, creative visualization. So this new age metaphysical spiritual healing stuff, my whole life, I've been reading tarot since I'm 12, that there's always going to be a higher truth and a deeper thing coming. Right? There's always going to be, the next healing, the emotional transformation necessary, particularly in a waning moon. Yeah. So let's ask the gods. The divine masculine, the divine yang, rather than yang, like tang, yang, like gong. Well, I can think of some other words. That's not, because it's YouTube. Let's see what's going on in the more external stuff, right? Or in terms of what you're putting out into the world, the masculine yang aspect. Yang, breathe. My gods, there you are. Please. One card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this new moon. Sorry, keep doing that. Full moon in Capricorn. See, they show me the sign over there so that I will then scan the timeline. To new moon in Cancer, July 2020. Please, what is it they need? What does this Gemini collective need? The angels are talking about abundance. The goddesses brought up Hecate. Hecate, the Scorpio card, the Crone of Cups. So that's fixed water. So that would be the Queen of Cups in the zodiacal system of tarot. So what is the yang part of this? What is the counterpart that they need to be aware of? Like that they need to know about, that they need to do, that they need to take action upon, perhaps? The Page of Swords. Communication. Communication. You need to communicate yourself. Now, communicate yourself to who? The pages to me are not zodiacal, right? Because they're like that fourth court card. Kings, queens, knights. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Put one of those in each element, fire, earth, air, water. You've got the 12 signs of the zodiac. The pages are immature forms of the element. Now, immature does not necessarily mean infantile. Okay, it means like I planted a ton of tomato seeds, right? Squirrels used to eat them or whatever, but I have one that grew out of all of those seeds I planted, and it's immature, right? It's sprouted, it's coming up, it's starting to get the little fuzzies on it, but it's nowhere near bearing fruit. So I just gave you an earth metaphor for an air thing. So the Page of Swords, you need communication, or you need more information through somebody else's communication, but it might be that with this Scorpio, you got some stuff going on, you need to get some shit off your chest. Yeah, it's a nice way of saying it, isn't it? Well, let's see what that shit might be, shall we? With the Chuck Spezzano love pack halfway through. Chuck Spezzano, this deck has 4 suits, as all do, as most do, I should say. Tarot has 5. But this one has the suit of the problem, which is half of the deck. The other 3 are the suit of grace, the suit of healing, and the suit of luck. So what you need, whatever comes up, will be the problem that you need to be aware of, the luck that you need to be aware of, the healing that you need to embrace, or the grace that you need to let in, that you need to allow in. Cool, cool? Or to give. Let's see how that plays out. Because already I'm feeling a very psychological gestalt here of archetypes here. That abundance with that Scorpio can mean that there's just a lot going on for you right now. And that the financial part of it will probably work itself out, but there needs to be, even just if it's like basic communication to communicate your needs. Because if you don't ask for what you want, right? And I don't just mean in prayer and spells and petitions and all of that, because I mean, you are getting ready for the new moon in this spread, so you know what it is that you want to ask for, but start asking for what you want, right? Start small, perhaps. Let it be an immature thing that matures, right? In other words, immature is a neutral word, as is mature, I guess. So let's get for you here, my Ascended Masters. 1 card in clarity then, please. Hi, for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Capricorn to new moon next in Cancer, July 2020, please. What have you got for them? What is the piece of luck that they can embrace, the problem that they need to be aware of, the healing that they need to embrace, or the grace they need to allow in? And you've got the luck card of irresistibility. Follow the magnetic attraction. Don't overthink it. It's luck. You got a piece of luck being handed to you here. Follow it. Follow it. Irresistibility. Look, I'm well aware. I'm familiar, I guess is the word that I could say. And if the Ascended Masters, they might be saying that if you really need to communicate and it's getting irresistible, at least write it out on a piece of paper first, right? Like, don't, well, you can type it, I guess, but you know what I mean? Like, really find a means of at least getting your own throat chakra clear on some of this stuff. Because with that card of that you need to be aware that there's an irresistible thing going on in your life. That might be you who's irresistible, or there might be someone or something that you are irresistibly drawn to. It is magnetic irresistibility. See, like the relationships that I usually get in, it's usually irresistible force, a movable object, and I'm always the irresistible force that gets resisted by the immovable object. And I'm like, well, at least I'd rather be irresistible than immovable. Thank you very much. I mean, really, given the two, I'd rather be absolutely irresistible than immovable, because I'm a mutable sign, as are you, at least as a Gemini, right? So, there's a lot going on that you are not letting people know about in the Scorpio card, your emotional, your yin world here, and maybe that's part of the irresistibility, the mystery of it all. I mean, come on, Scorpio is one of the mystical signs. I mean, every sign can be mystical, but Pisces and Scorpio do seem to corner the market on a lot of that. So let's ask the same Ascended Masters who gave you the card of irresistibility through a MatCon Healing Mantra deck card. What is the healing mantra that you need to work for this full moon to new moon next? Let's do this. Yeah, the masters are saying this is the kind of, these mantras, particularly for full moon to new moon next, if you like really put them in a candle, put them in a something, right? Really focus your intention at a full moon, particularly one in Capricorn, that you're willing to do the work, right? To every day, maybe for 2 weeks, say that mantra as often as you can, but you know, that you make it that like working out every day for 2 weeks. Mind tool is what mantra means, one of the definitions in Sanskrit. So what is your perfect healing mantra? What is the perfect healing mantra for them? My Ascended Masters, for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, from the full moon in Capricorn to the new moon in Cancer, July 2020. What's their perfect healing mantra? They make me shuffle these a really long time. Every time. Welcoming surrender. Woof. There's no problem, only destiny being revealed. Is there a problem? No, there's no problem. Just destiny being revealed. I'm waiting for someone to come up to me with an attitude and say, is there a problem here? I'll say, no, there is no problem. Only destiny being revealed. Just to watch them go, that little Scooby-Doo head. Let me read you from the book from that one. But it is saying that there is a destiny. I mean, like, that's what I love about these quick draws, these like 5, 6, 7 card draws, is that the pieces of the puzzle are not all on the table. They're just clues, tips, and hints for a 2-week period. But this one tips the hand a little bit. This says that there's actually a destiny involved here. So don't worry about getting it right or wrong. Just be honest, right? Just express yourself as truthfully. And if you have to apologize later, apologize later. But there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. When surrender is welcomed, take me, Calgon, you are open to viewing life as the playground of the soul's evolution. In other words, it's not an obstacle course for your ego to conquer and prove its worth. I think it's another truck backing up. Let's see if they pull in front of my house. If it happens, I will pause and come back. You are no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. Instead, you are following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance, right? So you're surrendered to it. You're like, all right, I'm just going to follow the guidance as it comes to me, which does feel like is heightened, maybe even an abundance of that internal guidance and stuff coming for you. In surrender, every personal conflict is handed over to Source so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love, and compassion for all. So huge opportunity for you to, real waning moon, just surrender and say, look, I just have to let go of everyone and everything right now and just surrender it to God. Hand over all the personal conflicts. Because what they do is, if anything else needs healing, it's already written in the script. The characters involved will reunite with you again. But otherwise, if you're done, you're done. You have no control. So you can say, that's it. Done. And then a year later, it comes back. Same characters or different characters, same theme, or otherwise it's done. This mantra is ideal for eliminating resistance, right? It's like, okay, whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do. Dealing with anger and easing an overthinking mind. Oh, Gemini? Pfft, never. Always more like, welcoming surrender. This do make sense. So let's get you your last card down. The whisper of love for you from your higher self and the higher selves of all involved. I mean, there's definitely that sense of that irresistibility with that luck card. Has to do with someone, not just, something. So let's see what's got to go on here, because this Page of Swords may not be about I need to wane communication. I mean, Gemini is a communication thing. Granted, Mercury is still in retrograde, I'm pretty sure. Maybe by the time you watch this, it won't be. I should check that. And it is. I mean, I'm a Virgo. I know I've been tripping over my words since. Happens 3 times a year. I'm over it. But that there is some releasing that you can do of this abundance of perhaps scorpionic transforming emotions to get things off your chest. So let's see what the higher selves of all involved have to say. Yours more dominant. Here we go. The higher selves of all involved. Please, one card in clarity. A whisper of love for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What do they need? What is the whisper of love they need from their higher selves and the higher self collective for this full moon in Capricorn to this new moon next in Cancer? What do they need? June for the July new moon, full moon to new moon next. Mercury, please, mercy, higher selves, one card. Thank you. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Yeah. I get it. The abundance card of the angel is saying you need abundance right now. And what is that abundance that you need? You really need to deal with perhaps your not so much subconscious, but repressed emotions, right? There's some emotional thing. I get a lot of intuition, a lot of feeling, which is, by the way, if there are money issues, connected. This feels very second chakra. Why wouldn't it? It's Scorpio, which is connected to the genitalia. Genitalia is connected to the second chakra. That's money, creativity, sex, power, all of that Scorpio stuff, but it needs to be communicated. It needs to at least an initial form. Are we talking about therapy here? For some of you, maybe, but remember there's a difference between counseling and therapy, right? To me, a counselor is a counselor. A therapist, it's a different deal. I mean, a psychiatrist prescribes, a psychologist does not, and a counselor does, right? So there are different levels of this stuff, and it feels like even if it's a spiritual form of counseling or confession or something like that, you just need to start taking baby steps. You don't need to like write an entire book about it, because there is something irresistible going on for you that maybe it doesn't feel like it's something you need to resist, right? It's a luck card, not a problem card, right? This isn't a need or attachment, right? There's just something drawing you, calling you forward, and welcome the surrender. There's no problem, only destiny being revealed. And as you go, demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people that you love and act on it, because chances are you know what's important to them on a gut level there. Beautiful. Beautiful reading put together here. So may the Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next Capricorn to Cancer, July 2020. May they be blessed with the abundance that they need. Let's do these in order. They're saying in terms of their money, sex, power, emotion, intuition, that needs to be communicated even in an original state, in an initiatory state, an immature beginning baby step state of something irresistible, to allow that irresistibility to guide you and pull you. That is part of this Scorpio thing. It's not an up here thing, it's a down here thing. That there is no problem, only destiny being fulfilled. Maybe you thought there was a real problem and you have to resist this and you have to fight it. It's saying there's just no. It's affecting other areas of your life. Welcome surrender, and then demonstrate love, because I get the feeling you know deep inside of you what is important to the people that you love, and you don't have to compromise your self-worth or any of that stuff to do that. So may you be so blessed with all that you need this full moon to new moon next, my beloveds, to heal, to grow, to learn, to become the best that you can be, and fulfill your role in the divine plan for the well-being of all, irresistible or not. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and commenting. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next, July 2020. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.